Okay, Christmas is just over, but I want to invite you to join me with your own paper pumpkin kit, which you can get right here at this HTTPS code. And if you do that by January 10th, you'll be able to join me with Love is in the Air Sending Hearts Paper Pumpkin Kit. I hope to see you then. Hi everybody, and welcome to my Facebook Live replay. I've edited it so it's a little easier for you to watch. And I've only used an embossing folder, ornate floral, and it's a really pretty small, excuse the hands, I was doing some inky stuff prior to this. And then a heart punch. The heart punch is a double punch. One has a scalloped edge and the other one is just a straight edge. And cardstock, and pretty much you could use whatever cardstock works for you. Okay, let's get started, shall we? So it's really easy. It just looks complicated. I'm using a 1¼ inch cardstock by 11 inch. It just gives me enough to go around. I don't need that much. And I scored it at 1/4 inch. Used a 3/4 inch piece of cardstock at 11 inches and scored that one at 1/4 inch. So you want to fold and burnish that. And using well, you could use a pair of scissors, but I used a bone folder to sort of break the fibers down. And you want to do that in the direction of the short fold, excuse me, the shorter folded edge. And here you might see me doing it in the wrong direction. It's because I wasn't paying attention. And I'm using, what am I using? I'm not using Whisper White. I'm using, oh gosh, it's escaping me now. This is real red, I know that much, and I embossed it. I just cut it, punched it out and embossed it. It worked for me, obviously. It's not coming to me. I want to say ivory, but I know it's not ivory. Oh well, there it is. Now you see I'm burnishing it on the wrong side, but I've changed that up. I fix it because later on I realized that I was doing it in the wrong direction. That's it. That's what happens. Yeah, see, it went the other way just very easily. And you're going to fold down the 1/4 inch side and you're going to snip it about 1/8 inch at an angle. See how it's going at a little bit of an angle? You can do 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch. Yeah, it works either way. You can always snip it more later on. And that just makes it easier to go around the curves. I'm not going to make you watch the entire thing. On the Facebook Live, you have to because I'm doing it in real time. But here I edited it for convenience. And Cricket is up. Yes, yes. Cricket is up here helping me. Now these are some swabs that you can get at the beauty supply house or whatever. It's got a little cushion on it. I have a plethora of it, so I'm using them to put on the glue because I have to use my Mod Podge. I did it, the other one, the sample piece was made with my Tombow glue, but needless to say, I'm waiting for my order to come in. And you see, you just attach it from one side. Find better to, I did this one both at different places. I start with the middle of the heart. And because the Mod Podge, you really have to hold it there and let it just adhere. I was going quickly, so Didn't quite get it to hold down. I have to re-glue it, but it's okay, it works. The only bad feature of doing this one is that the inks on my fingers came off onto my sample, and it's makes it for a very colorful heart. Now these hearts will probably hold, this one in particular, their measurements, I think it would hold a Ferrero Rocher, probably a bunch of Hershey Kisses, obviously I think also this QB type candies, little jewelry, little tiny jewelry. I'm assuming that this is something that somebody could give to kids, you know, or somebody special in your life, if you happen to be a crafter. I just think it's kind of a cute way to look at our products and seeing how you can use them in different ways. And it's not all about cards. And I'm using my fingers underneath to hold the bottom in place. And my ring fingers is pushing up from the other side, and in this case my pinky is, or yeah. And when you get to the edge here, you have to give a little bit to overlap on the other side. So about 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch would work. Now you just want to bend it so that it has a little give in it, and you can always clip a little bit more to get it in there. See, it just holds on. It's really easy. It just seems weird at first. And just adding some Mod Podge to put it onto the scalloped one. Now that's the hard part, getting it onto the scalloped edge, because there isn't very much of a, it's not even 1/8 of an inch, I think, give on it. So kind of have to play around with it. You'll see. You see, you go to one side and you think you've gotten too much on it, and then you go to the other side, and you just have to play. Don't squish it down right away until you've checked all the sides, and then you can push it down and make sure it hits it right. Now, the one I'm showing you here, the measurements I gave you for the depth of it, of the box, is really pretty deep, because I thought, you know, I just wanted to see a little bit more of a bigger box to hold. And what you can do, just being very careful, is, you know, pre-test to make sure that it's going to go over. See the difference? It's kind of fun. I can see, you know, see how it's deeper on this side, so it should hold a lot more. Because who doesn't want more chocolate? I guess people who are allergic, I suppose. There was a year when I was a kid that they thought I was allergic to chocolate, which was devastating. Oh my God, I got white chocolate for Easter. Oh, it was not fun. White chocolate is not the same as chocolate. Sorry. I don't care what anybody says. And just lifting it up, making sure it'll still move, and attaching. Now, when you do an embossed paper, you want to use glue to attach it. Uh-oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Hope. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Oh, it's because the cat came up and joined me. And that is actually what I'm allergic to, is cats. All right, anyway. So because the embossing, you want to make sure you really hit it thoroughly. Tape might work. I prefer using glue. So there it is. I'll let that dry. I hope you enjoyed this. fill it with some shred. And it's just kind of cute. Maybe when we get back to, maybe by Valentine's, we'll get back to seeing real people again instead of being held up in our house. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this and hope to see you again. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. If you are, thank you for coming back and watching. Like and share so that we can grow our tribe of creatives. See you next time. Bye.